Hello and welcome to Drizzle Goods. Congratulations on joining the team and for this awesome new role that you're in. We're super excited to have you. My name is Lydia Peters. I'm the authorized officer for the company in the Alabama region. So I handle all of the Alabama region terminals within the Drizzle Goods space. So you'll learn a little bit more about exactly what an authorized officer is and what that entails and what we do as you move through this training. So more to come on that. But welcome again. Can't wait to work with you. Let's get into the training content. So, we wanted to create a self paced training to allow you more freedom and flexibility to complete this training on your own time. You can simply watch it when you want, pause and rewind when you need to. And when you get tired of hearing my voice or you need a break, simply just hit pause. I only ask that you make sure that you finish the entire training as well as view all of the additional resources and videos and things that are linked throughout this training to help you further understand what to expect with DrizzleGood as a company. Because obviously, the more you know, the more it's going to help you succeed in your role, the better our partnership will be. Now, this training is mainly geared toward box truck drivers. You'll see that it's kind of heavy on the box truck content, and that is totally normal and okay. But the content really overall applies across the board to both CDL drivers and box truck drivers. So be sure that regardless of who you are, you're paying attention. If there are any nuances for our CDL drivers throughout, we'll go ahead and bring those to your attention throughout the training as we need to. So the purpose of this training is not so much to teach you everything there is to know about trucking. If you're looking for like a CDL course where you're going to learn all the rules of the road and all of that, this is certainly not it. But this is really to introduce you to Drizzle Goods as a company, to let you know more about who we are and what we do, the companies that we work for, and, most importantly, how we do things. So some of you who may be super experienced in the industry, these things may seem like a refresher course. We may go over some things that you certainly already know, but there will be some things in here that you do not know. So again, it's going to be critical that we all pay attention and soak up as much knowledge as we possibly can. So when you receive this training, you should have also received a PDF copy of the same training that I'm going through today. That training will have all of the links for you to review additional resources. These resources are typically videos, job aids, articles, things for you to either read or watch. And what they do is they provide you additional information on a topic. So throughout this video, there'll be moments where I'll say, okay, you want to go ahead and open this resource, pause me and go ahead and take a look at that particular resource. So all you do is just simply press pause on this video and click on the specific resource on the training that you received. Go ahead and review that, then come back and press play to continue the video. And, we may go through some of the resources together throughout this, but for the most part, you'll be viewing those independently. Now, because this training is self-paced, we recommend writing down as many questions as you can as you go along. Those questions are going to be key in helping you really retain and understand what we're talking about today. So certainly write them down. And when we get together on our training debrief session, we can go ahead and address those questions that you have. Now, the last and really important thing is that there is a quiz at the end of this training that you'll need to pass with at least an 80% or higher in order to move forward. So make sure, again, you're soaking in that knowledge, and, happy quizzing. So what we'll do now is we are going to go ahead and kickstart it. We're going to jump right on in and start chatting about who we are as a company and what we expect from you guys out of this particular training. So let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. So who are we? Well, Drizzle Goods is a registered and insured freight carrier. We are based out of Atlanta, Georgia, actually a small city outside of Atlanta called Acworth. And we have operating hubs, meaning places that we operate out of in several states across the United States that, including Georgia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, to name a few. So we transport general goods, and those are usually like your household goods, things that you typically order from Amazon or maybe Home Depot and things of that nature. We don't transport any sort of grocery items, any food service items. We don't transport any hazmat items. And we do typically cross state lines. Now, we complete short haul loads. Those loads average between 250 to 350 miles per truck per day. For semis, you may go a little bit further out. And this allows drivers to kind of be home every night. We have very, very few over the road opportunities or long haul tours. It's mainly sort of short haul. So right now is a great opportunity for you to go ahead and pause this video and go ahead and click on the short haul link in your training materials, and also click on the over the road link in your training materials so that you can review these, read up on a little bit more about what the short haul and over the road is, and then come back and we can continue chatting. All right, so I'm hoping you have come back by now. I'm hoping you did pause me and check out those resources. So what we want to talk about now is sort of our mission. If you think about the trucking industry and transporting goods, what do you think is really important? What do you think is a good mission to have? And how important do you think our role is in the world? So for us, our mission is to move the world forward with high quality, essential goods deliveries. And that's literally the people that we work for, the companies and the shippers that we ship their goods for are very, very important items that people need to either connect them to their loved ones, to, take their medicine, to help them feel better, to, want to wake up in the morning. Think about the things that we deliver and think about the impact that we have all across the world. When you drive on the streets, you see these trucks, and a lot of people don't have that sort of appreciation for the genuine work that we are doing to move these goods across the US to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to thrive and grow. And so you should feel very proud to be a part of that. This is a huge deal. If tomorrow all trucks cease to move, the world would cease as well. It is that important, the work that you're doing. So really want to make sure you understand how important you are to not only us as a company, but to the world, to our nation. Very, very critical. So we have some values as a company that we think are very, very, very important, that we live by, and that we want you to come in and also embody. And so we have our credo. There are three pillars that our credo is based on, and that is originality, that is quality, and that is teamwork. And originality is we live in this trucking industry that is not a foreign thing. It has been around for longer than some of us have been alive, and it has grown. It has changed. Some would say for the better. Some would say for the worse. Our goal as a trucking company is to come in and sort of help mold the game. I don't want to say we're going to change the game, but I'd like to help mold the game and sort of making it a better place for our drivers, for our shippers, for everyone involved, to make it to where it is, you continue to feel rewarded for the great work that you do. And the quality, you'll notice that when you work with us, we're a little bit different than maybe, the typical carriers that you may have worked with or your freight brokers, in that we, number one, care a lot about our internal team. We care a whole lot about our customers and our shippers and making sure that we are on time, that we deliver with high quality, that we have extreme customer service. You'll notice that throughout. And so that's what sort of sets us apart, but also that teamwork factor, understanding that we do have a team here and that we all sort of work together. We all play our role in ensuring that we put together a great product out there for our customers and we deliver with high quality. So Those attributes all come together to make up our credo. And I want you guys to go ahead and pause this video now to go ahead and look at our credo. If you click on this link, it will take you to our website, and all you'll simply need to do is scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see our credo listed there. And I want you to sort of read that, and read that from the understanding that you're now a part of this team, and we'd like for you to help carry that forward. Okay, so I'm hoping you have paused the video and that you are back so we can talk a little bit more about the industry. We talked about how important the trucking industry is, but just how important is it? This is something I want you to think about while you're sitting right there, right? Let's think about this. What percentage do you think trucks transport goods in the United States? What percentage of trucks of goods do you think trucks transports in the United States? So, you have several different ways of transporting goods. Some people transport through air, through ship, through sea. What percentage of goods do you think is transported via trucks? Well, you'd be amazed to know that trucks transport up to 70% of freight in the United States. That is a lot of freight. This translates to billions of dollars in shipped goods annually. And it's not stopping, guys. It is not stopping. There is a huge demand in freight. There is a backlog of things that need to be shipped. And what we're doing is just helping to continue to move that world forward. We enable our staff, our stakeholders to take part in something that's a proven industry. We're not going anywhere. It shows no signs of declining. And we're all, that includes you, getting a piece of the pie. So when you think about the freight industry and, who's involved in that freight industry, think about who you think those key players are. And that's something I want you to think and kind of even start to answer to yourself. Who are the key players in the freight industry, and what do you think their roles are? What do they do? We'll go over a few of those here. So we have our shippers, all right? Those are the people that we work with on a daily basis. These are the companies that own the freight that we deliver for. So, these are your Home Depots, your Sherwin-Williams, your Amazons, all of the companies that own the freight that carriers deliver. Okay, then you have your brokers. Now, these are the middlemen. So you have your shipper, you have your carrier, then you have your broker, which is in the middle, that'll help to orchestrate those loads to get them to and fro. Now, freight forwarders typically arrange freight either on air cargo, things that need to be shipped internationally. They typically handle forwarding freight in that regard. Then you have your 3PLs, your third-party logistics. These are third-party businesses to outsource logistics to. So let's just say you are a manufacturer, you create a product or you sell a product, whether you got it from a third party or not, you are the manufacturer of this product and you want to sell it. If you want to then become an Amazon seller, for example, and you're selling on the Amazon platform, Amazon provides 3PL services. And what they essentially do is they house your products in their warehouses, they fulfill it, they ship it, they handle all of the fulfillment services for you and ship that out for you. Of course, they charge a fee for that, but that is what a 3PL is. And carriers are, what do you think? Who do you think are carriers? We are. We're carriers. So we provide the transportation to move the freight. And then you have your dispatchers. This is the person that finds the loads, book the loads, finds the work, whether it's with dealers, directly with shippers, load boards, contracts. Dispatchers get you the work. Drizzle Goods is lucky to have internal dispatchers. We have not outsourced our dispatchers. So it's all in-house, and our team works really, really good to get our team some great loads and dispatch them accordingly. So let's talk about the different drivers. We have CDL drivers, we have non-CDL drivers. So if you're a CDL driver, you're required to obtain a commercial driver's license, a CDL. And typically to move the type of trucks that we drive, the semi trucks, you'll need to have a Class A CDL. And these vehicles, they operate anything over 26,001 pounds of weight. And those licenses would need to be either a Class A, a Class B, or Class C. Class A and Class B are the most common driving types. Again, I mentioned that Class A is the one that we accept for the things that we do. Class B is the non-trailer related loads, and those are sort of the buses, the dump trucks, things of those natures. It wouldn't be a semi truck that you drive with a Class B CDL. And there are many requirements that have to happen for you to be a CDL driver. Not only do you have to go through the training and certification, but you also have, there's a lot of maintenance, a lot of files and documents that you have to have. You're governed by the FMCSA to have. Now, non-CDL drivers, those are the ones that really operate our box trucks. You're not required to have a CDL, and you can operate any commercial motor vehicle as long as the gross vehicle weight requirement is less than 26,000 pounds. And you do typically have less requirements to drive. And so that is a plus, I will say. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the shippers that we work with. Now, we're not going to go into everyone because, of course, we have contracts with Home Depot, Sherwin-Williams, FedEx. We're going to talk about our main contract. This is one of the main shippers that we work with. We deliver a ton of their freight. And so we really highlighted them in this course because this is going to be the bulk of what you may do when you come in. Now, of course, we have certain drivers who, again, work with a FedEx, work with Home Depot, and those of that nature. If you are working on a Home Depot contract, you'll likely be viewing a different training. So if you are working with Amazon,